Hello, SUMC. Rob here, reporting in from one of SUMC's remote locations with some more thoughts and another friendly check-in to continue to hope you're safe and well and to encourage you to stay in touch. Here's the only problem with coffee hour. Well, nothing really. But it's right after Sunday morning worship gets done and everyone quite rightly makes a beeline for Hawes Hall, or more recently the front steps of the church, to get that caffeine hit. And so does the choir. Their reward awaits them not just in heaven, but in that cup of coffee. And in an opportunity to chat with people. Not to be responsible for musical material or for being in certain places at certain moments, but to turn that off for the morning and just enjoy. Not that they don't enjoy singing and being with each other while they do, not the case at all, but you get the idea. All of that, though, does mean that we don't get to debrief from the morning until the next Thursday evening's rehearsal, at which point it's a little less immediate. And very importantly, apart from smiling at them all as I trot across the chancel to get over to the organ bench and turn pages for Kevin, I don't get to thank them for the work that they just put in to help make that Sunday worship service go. A couple of times recently, I have paused right at the end of the choir's pregame warm-ups and sing-through, before the service starts, to say, indeed, I don't really have the opportunity to look everybody in the eye right after service and thank you all, so thank you all for what you're about to do. It's cute and funny, but it's not quite as authentic as it could be. But it's kind of the hand I'm dealt. But they're a community of volunteers and they deserve to be thanked for what they do, because there's no statute on the books that says they have to do this. Our choir and gospel group and assorted instrumental helpers do this because they like to, or because they see a need and they want to fill it, or both. Usually both, I think. There are lots of other opportunities for volunteer help in this church as well that deserve equal amounts of thank you, but aren't quite as publicly on display, quite as in the spotlight as what our musicians do. There are people who chair and populate commissions. There are people who help keep the church and the two parsonage houses physically up to snuff. There are people who, crucially, join forces to make sure coffee happens every Sunday morning, all of whom deserve to be thanked. And when any of these stalwart regulars are away for some perfectly legitimate reason, we are all reminded how important they are. In any case, I try to do a little work to remember to thank these volunteers and to promise that anybody out there who wants to pitch in any way they can, musical or logistical, behind the scenes or right out front, will be properly appreciated. We can't do this without you. Well, we can, but in a lot of cases it can get expensive to rent help and it's not nearly as much fun. Yeah, it's fun in here. So do consider giving this volunteer thing a try. You don't have to save the world single-handedly. That's what community means. Anyway, please check back here every Friday afternoon if you like for more video hellos here on SUMC's Facebook page or on the SUMC YouTube channel, Sudbury United Methodist Church 2501. My email address will appear here momentarily. Please feel free to use it any time for any reason. And as always, if you need to get in touch with any church staff people for any reason, please do during normal business hours, because no matter how, no matter what, doing the work of the church together is the big thing. Keep in touch, keep the faith, stay connected.